Hey guys, what's up? Scott here. I want to give my thoughts on AJ Styles, his contract situation with TNA, and all that jazz. Um, this past Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday, AJ Styles made a public statement on his fan page saying that basically, in summary, that he and TNA are no longer together. That he's no longer with TNA. That obviously, I guess negotiations, weren't some things weren't negotiable between the and working a new contract, and that he's thankful for TNA. TNA's been good to him and his family for 11 years. Blah blah blah, and he gave information. His information, if you're a wrestling promoter and you want to book them for matches and all that stuff. So basically, in summary, excuse me, AJ Styles is no longer with TNA. This is probably, I would say, probably the biggest news right now going on. Maybe I'd probably say even more so than the unification match between Orton and Cena amongst the internet wrestling fans talking about this. My thoughts on this, I don't know. I kind of have conflicting feelings about this. I honestly think this is a work. Here's why. I just cannot believe, out of the 11 years that, of all people, AJ Styles, the guy that was the face of the company of TNA, the guy that helped build TNA from the ground up, AJ Styles. What AJ Styles is to TNA is what Sting was to WCW. No matter all the bull crap that TNA has gone through, and all of the management changes, and excuse me, even some of the crappy gimmicks and things that have been handed to AJ Styles, he still was loyal to the TNA brand. And knowing how Dixie Carter is, where Dixie Carter, she values friendship and loyalty over making right business decisions and business choices, which is, it's not bad in one aspect, but it really hurts Dixie more so than it does help her. Knowing the personality of Dixie Carter, and like I said, and then on how AJ and what has AJ done for TNA, I just find it hard to believe that TNA, Dixie, will not renew his contract. I just find it very, very hard to believe. If this is a work, I think it's great, because if you look at the message that AJ put up on his fan page, it's very thoughtful. It seems legit. You read it. It seems legit. And then not only that, AJ has been booked for matches, like several matches going into 2014 already. In January, he's got a match up against Edric Alexander at PXW or PWX wrestling promotion. In February, he's got a match booked with Chris Hero, which I can't wait to see that. And then in March, like March 14th, at 2CW, they announced that he'll be facing Eddie Edwards. And I think this is the first time Eddie Edwards and AJ Styles have ever faced each other, I think. Or maybe this is probably the first time that both of them have faced each other in 2CW. But for whatever reason, either way, I'm giddy as hell to see that. I'm going to see that AJ Styles versus Eddie Edwards. I'm giddy to see that. Already he's booked for like several matches going into 2014. So if this is a work, and they play their cards right, and AJ has real legit matches that he's booked for in 2014, and say he comes back sometime to TNA in 2014. However, if this is a storyline that they work out, I think the groundwork for it, and moving forward, if they do things right, this could be a good little angle that TNA could be working. Because, like I said, I just find it just so hard to believe that out of the 11 years that TNA have put, that AJ has been in TNA, and everything that they've done for AJ, it's that they cannot find a negotiable contract. Now, if this is real, if this is legit, where AJ Styles no longer has ties to TNA anymore, some people say, hey, AJ should go to WWE. I agree, but here's why that possibility 9 times out of 10 probably will not happen. AJ Styles is about 35 years old. He has a wife with 3 children. At his age and the life that he has, with his family and whatnot, knowing WWE, they're not going to put him on the roster right away. A guy like AJ Styles, I will put on the main roster right away. WWE are going to take that chance. They give you opportunities, not guarantees. So what they would more likely do, obviously they'll send him to developmental, to learn their style in wrestling. That's fine. I can understand that, I guess. But in that, you don't know how long he may be in developmental. I mean, look at guys like Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. Those guys been developmental for 2-3 years. Richie Steamboat's been in developmental for about 4 or 5. So it's a long process. You don't know how long or how short your time will be being in developmental. And when you take that into account with AJ's age and being 35, and like I said, and he has a family to support, that NXT paycheck isn't going to be enough. And honestly, I wouldn't blame AJ if he reclined, taking an offer from WWE if they cannot reach a happy medium. I understand that. I mean, AJ's been wrestling for a long time. He's midway in his prime in terms of his career, age-wise, and he shouldn't have to feel like he should have to start all the way over. Especially, like I said, he does have 3 children that are still small and growing of some age, and he has a wife. So it's that's the one reason why I don't think AJ would go to WWE if this whole thing is legit. The best thing for AJ to do is to work the independent scenes, which I honestly wouldn't mind. On TNA's end, if this is true, it's stupid for TNA because AJ Styles is one of their guys, one of their original stars, original talents, one of their most loyal guys who's been there since day one. I mean, out of all the original guys they've had, from Kazarian, Christopher Daniels, and people that have left and they've brought back out of their own original talent, not ex-WWE or WCW guys, but just out of their own original stars that they've let go and brought back. AJ Styles has been there through everything. He's stayed there in that company. He's had a secure spot in TNA, and I think it is foolish for them if they really have let AJ Styles go, and if they could not reach some type of negotiation or excuse me, some type of negotiation or some type of pay range method to appease and accommodate AJ. I think it's really foolish on their end because AJ is a loyal dog, or was a loyal dog to TNA, and I just don't think that you just let somebody like that loyal and has been that good to your company, you just let them go. It wouldn't make sense. So part of me thinks that this whole thing is a work. If it is, I think it'd be great for TNA if they keep doing what they're doing, have AJ literally just do what he does on the independent scene for for a couple of years, not a couple of years, but next year for a few months, and come back and probably do something big. You guys let me know what you think about everything I've said in this video. Feel free to make a response. I would love it if you made a response video. Also, what do you think? Do you think AJ's contract negotiations with TNA, do you think it's legit, real, or do you think it's a work that secretly TNA, or this is an angle that they'll be planning for AJ in the next coming year or something? I want to hear your thoughts in the box below. Comment, subscribe, and what matches what matches are you guys looking forward to from AJ participating in next year in the independent scene? You're looking forward to him facing Eddie Edwards, Edward Alexander, or Chris Hero, and maybe some other guys that we haven't yet to know. What are your thoughts in the box below? Subscribe. Peace.